the last time. As we get underway. Ooh, good shot. Fallen.
Yeah, come back to that.
I'll come back to that. Nico trying to find Fallen. The last time two players had 20+ kills and a half was not so long ago at Sadokist. Glaive 21 and Zipix 20 versus Cloud9 at E-League Premier Semis Map 3. So that was actually a few weeks ago. So maybe not as interesting as I thought, Hank. But there you go. Thanks, Peter. Always good to have you here, mate. Nico goes all the way back to spawn. Bomb in his hands. He'll leave that on the deck for Kerrigan to grab on the way by because he's got armor, so too does Olaf. They need to try and take the duels and force the issue as Fur engages in one such duel, but backs off without taking much damage, but more so to get a better angle and bait them toward Cold, who struggles with the first few shots, but then does find Olaf. Great response from Nico, but so too from Fallen, and Fallen will take down Kerrigan after he in fact found Cold. So, doesn't matter, 3 stay alive, SK win the pistol round.
That falls off his chair.
No, I didn't. I actually just hit the desk. At least I didn't hit the monitor with my forehead, Alex. Fallen down by Kerrigan. Gets aggressive as well with the SMG. Olaf at far range takes down Fur. Another round that has early entrance from the pistols, and if that's the tempo and pace for which Faze are going to bring to this game, SK is going to have to be careful. Nico takes down Taco.
Well, here we go.
Responses from Bolts. Cold, at least still inside of the ladder room, finds one more. Yes, we go. Henry, where are we going?
We're potentially getting around on the board for Faze over pretty much full eco. A few upgraded pistols, and there's 3 kills in total. Cold, Zera, and Bolts will try and do what they can to defend at this point. Kerrigan makes his way in towards B with the bomb, but spotted by Cold Zera. Can't deny the plant, but certainly can get his kill when he comes off him. That's a really nice play. 2 on 2 now, and no recovered weaponry from the Faze side.
Olaf does not need to leave his perch. He can stay here with the Deagle. Hold off over the bomb, a tough task perhaps with just the pistol to work with, but Guardian takes Bolts back. An immediate trade that brings it to a 1-on-1, and he's got the kid, he's gonna try and hold this. He's gonna try and hold this pistol, does damage on the drive-by, that'll force Cold off it. That's all Guardian has to do at this point, is bait out the time. But he engages, and just barely with 5 HP, Cold is going to pull it back.
Just about done the palace area, and he is looking a little bit further, taken down by Nico. Opening kill goes in his favor, and that's the orb going down.
Well, that is aggression of some form. It's not quite as aggressive as you might have expected. The other aspect of this is there's only 1 smoke left over on the CT side currently. That's in the hands of Fur. Meanwhile, Olaf will walk out from the underpass. He's got an AK in hand, one which I believe has Fur God written on it, if I saw that correctly. Speaking of Furgod, he'll take down Olaf. Goes back for more, takes massive damage into Kerrigan as well. Bolts now knows they are walking toward A, so too does Cold, Zera, and Taco. In the smoke, he's lost track, however, of Kerrigan, and Rain's going to find him instead. Bolts went down to the AWP, and it's 2 left for SK. In the open, bomb was planted. Nico takes down Cold, who chose to fire at Nico as the immediate threat rather than the bomb planter himself. It's on to Fur in a 1 versus 4. Guardian spots him with the AWP and makes no mistake. Slow down as Nico holds position. Palace. Rain gets toward him, main gap in that smoke. Bolts has to be careful. Olaf snuck by. Who spots who first? Seems like they'll spot each other, but Bolts gets the kill. Ring gets the trade, and in doing so expects someone to counter peek him from B side of the map. Cat or window, better still. Fallen waits and Rain goes aggressive. He gets him on the top of the stairs. Fallen being patient with position as always, as Cold will start to be the aggressor and work back toward the site. Kerrigan's going to try and go for the plant. Baits it out. Baits out Cold correctly as well. Read like a book. And Nico guards Kerrigan to make sure that Fallen cannot get aggressive. There's no kits in play, so the bomb going down and Kerrigan's bait position to pull out Cold starts to dictate the round's outcome as Nico still waits in shadow as well. Getting closer and closer with the AWP. Taco clearing angles on his front, but it's over toward A main. And the shadow position, they have to find them, and Nico's going to get both.
That's more like it from Faze. We're starting to see Nico. Just doesn't want to give up with these pushes, does he? He wants to get the information. Rain's in the connector. That's something they've got to work with here. I don't think that's been detected just yet. Guardian has to just go up dry on the A ramp, and Fallen spots 1 at the steps. Easy shot. Little wallbang there. He's got the headshot as well. Bolts now is in front of him, but back up from Fallen in CT spawn.
Shot from Kerrigan takes down Bolts. Fallen is still watching to wait for the entry. Nico makes noise. Won't enter. He's trying to bait out any information for his teammates. Bomb is down. Fallen waits for Kerrigan to try and go for the safest possible plant, which was not safe at all. Fur, meanwhile, will work through connector. And Guardian has picked up the bomb and
he's
decides to throw it to his teammate who's busy. That was a misplay. Nico was not ready to play it. Guardian throws it to Nico. Nico's still engaging. They both go down anyway.
He reloaded, threw the bomb. This is disastrous. A factor on this map. He's very good at the close range AWP work. Rain this time going for the fast B split. Coldzera ready and waiting there. What a beast he's been. Puts away the grenades. That's the correct decision. Only gets one, but that's okay. Maybe not so much now as Taco drops at the same time. The recovery now as Fur gets Carrigan. Equal situation. Guardian and Olofmeister are tagged up. Bomb planted in the B site. They've got a serious chance to win this, but lacking utility. Only a couple of flashbangs as the final smoke's deployed towards Kitchen.
Olaf waiting patiently to see if anyone will jump through the window. Finally, a bomb plant down. Fur trying to get the position on flank. Nico and Guardian are both in a position which they can turn their attention that direction if required. Watch for bolts as well. All three have kits. They've got time. Fallen starts it off. EWP inside of the smoke. Immediate trade from Guardian. That's information relayed to his position. Bolts takes down Olaf. Guardian manages to get him back in time because Olaf found Fur crossing.
And now comes the final commitment.
Needs out. Flashes high. Fallen trying to get the spot toward a main, but Bolts goes aggressive first. He finds one of the M4, looks for an additional, but Nico's there immediately in response. Nico getting aggressive as well is going to work toward Fallen, who misses a crucial shot, and they get far too close and overwhelm him entirely. As Cold takes the second AWP and works his way through smokes. Nico, I think, has an inkling he's there, and certainly does as he finds him and takes him down. It should be another round for Faze. We'll go 7-5 potentially. Yeah, they're going to back off.
That's really good idea from Faze. I like that a lot. So suggesting they're going for the full commitment there at the very start, baiting out all the utility at the same time. SK took the bait there. They dropped the incendiaries, the smokes, the flashbangs, and then the final commitment comes in. Faze managing to get an opening frag they required. Fallen usually hits so many of those difficult shots, but couldn't find an opening there. The smoke's really nice from Faze, and that's better. Looks like they're under control. Will love to push behind this. The set piece comes through, and it's not the full commitment again. They won't be going in. It's the same smokes deployed, and Olofmeister seems to know this could bait Fur out of position. If this is by design, this is very smart, and Olaf spots him. He knows.
If that's by design, that's like next level of mind games. Still, Fur manages to get the kill on Olaf. He's going to run back. He's got Cold to babysit on an AWP. That could be the change in it because Rain wouldn't have known that was there, and it could have been 2 for 1, but the flash holds everyone off the angle long enough for everyone to escape. Cold goes back for more. Good find, and Rain does go down eventually. Taco, meanwhile, with Cold now back in the site, is ready for an entrance toward B. Meanwhile, Nico gets Fur back in mid. Guardian somehow reads that Cold's going to be there. Rotating back in and still finds Taco. Or rather, Taco found him, I suppose we should say. Gun showed, surely. Kerrigan knows it, but still Fallen finds the duel. And that's the bomb as well. Down to Nico in a 1 versus 3. SK relatively spread out, but close enough by Fallen's position is Bolts. Nico's going to run directly inside of the A site. They hear him. They know he's there. Bolts and Fallen should be able to peek this together. Bolts will go first. Back shown, and 8-6.
So Faze go for that full execution at the very start. 6 for SK, of course. And A, again, it looks like a faster approach here. 3 players at the A ramp. No real utility deployed. It's getting straight in.
Bolts throws a nade. That'll do damage. More damage dealt, though, by the fact that Olaf gets over top of both Tetris and Jungle to take down Cold. He's traded back, but Guardian and Nico step up instead. 8-7 seems to be a likely scoreline. But Fur and Taco will do what they can on the retake, forced to do so on round 15. Kerrigan is ready for Fur on the flank. Flash over, Fur's able to avoid. That takes Nico. If he gets... Oh, no, he's not going to expect it. I was going to say, if he gets both, he'll be certainly in a fine position, but he cannot do such. Taco doesn't manage to at least get Guardian with the Molotov landing. He'll continue to transfer to the site, but looks away at the wrong time. Down he goes. 8-7 is where we land. Taco, aggressive, tagged, slows the movement mechanics. He tries to get the Glock in a position to find headshots. All he's really doing is a ruse at this point in time. He's the only one going in. The rest of the team's close enough by, they can barge in. But this actually works. Sending one guy alone to B, and then one alone to A. They think B's real. Suddenly they think the guy on A's... B's the fake, the guy on A is real. It's the opposite. B to A, single man sacrifices to fake back to B, and it forces the rotations they've got in the site. That's quite smart, I have to say, from SK. Even I couldn't explain it correctly. It was so intricate as Nico goes back to the site. Bomb is down. Fur finds Nico immediately when he walks through the door, but flank from Guardian. He'll take down Fur. Enforcing rotations, they gave them middle, which allowed for the flank to be a possibility. Guardian's on 2 HP, but Olaf is directly behind him as well, so need to be cautious. In fact, Guardian, even with the low HP, is able to get the kill, but Bolt surprises both by going back around. It's mind games all around from SK. And Cold takes down Rain. I love that strategy. Bolts, meanwhile, will join over toward B after completing his tasks toward A. Just a bit of utility thrown to hold them at bay. Kerrigan not baited at all. Taco gets the kill, but Olaf in turn flips it around. I thought he got that run by. It's actually Guardian that showed up on the obituary first by taking down Fallen. Cold will get the shot back in return. Guardian still sits in the window. The bomb is being planted, and Fur covers the wall.
Yep, players right head armor here, and that's going to get punished for doing a good job with the MAC-10. Guardian has to save it. He can't win this. No kit, no armor, no nades, and he's getting stuck in the vent. And we pins it in. They know it as well. This could be the beginning of the end. It's going to have to be another eco now for Faze.
It could snap the series spree, so... signs of vulnerability from Faze showing that they are indeed still beatable. Olaf is tagged. 6 HP, falls back inside of the ladder room, but they've already found Cold. He the man to do so. High ground for Taco. A bird on a wire. Nico finds Fur. This is starting out all right, you know?
It is going quite well. Nico and Olaf Meister getting it done with the Desert Eagle. They've invested a little bit into this round with the upgraded pistols, 2 sets of body armor as well, no nades. Still could all come crumbling down as they go towards B. That's where the low HP player resides. That's Olaf. If he gets one more kill, I'll be very impressed. As he has got backup in the B apartments as well. That's going to be Carrigan. And he'll be coming in to try and deny whatever he can here. Spotted.
Taco still behind the van, Fallen. AWP is going to try and position himself accordingly, but Taco instead gets Olaf through the window. He knows that Kerrigan as well is on the flank, but he still finds an angle to get Fallen, and somehow Faze with pistols will find another round. We are far from the beginning of the end.
I'm sure you're absolutely right. It's going to be SK Gaming giving it up. Faze with 2 Deagle kills.
Guardian, meanwhile, is about to be smoked off towards CT at the same time. They walk out from connector, therefore it's Nico. Underneath the balcony, it's Shadow that has to find the shots, but he gets put in the ground by Fur. And it's Cold that gets up close. Guardian forced out. Extinguished, however, by the smoke. As we get our lovely Echo. Rain works his way back in, bomb ticking. And a 4 versus 4. Kerrigan finds Fallen. He misses the first AWP shot, but he's trying to find it again. If he goes down, it opens a massive choke point to the retake. A retake which might be squandered already in the fact that they're just shutting them down towards CT. It's just one to find. Olaf goes out, but somehow manages to find Bolt. He gets it to a 1-on-1 versus Fallen, who only has 22 HP. A swap to the AK, peaks at the exact time Olaf tries to bait him.
That's so nice. Doesn't even give him a chance to try and fake the defuse there. Fallen punish.
Gonna sit to watch connector. Fur could get Kerrigan pushing through. The smoke is down. He's gonna stay in the corner. He's on the inside of the wall. Remember, there is a small wall there. Going further? Okay, same position. It's Taco that actually pushed up. It looked like he was on the couch rather than on the small chair in the corner, but it's Taco now that wins out the duel, and they'll immediately smoke and nade toward the site, but so will Olaf. That's not a bad nade. Lands directly at his feet, and Taco gets blown into the air.
So Kerrigan, that little bit of damage he did with the CZ, does get converted by Olaf Meister, and the missed shot from Nico. That could be uncomfortable now. It's up to Rain, who's got to watch towards the Palace and the connector at the same time. The Guardian's there to back him up. This kill pretty much decides the round. Rain trying to stay alive in the flames, but he can't do it. Fallen steals 2, and it's up to Olaf Meister now in the 2 versus 1. He has got the defuse kit, but no nades. He'll go for this plan. Open towards CT spawn. Will be down successfully as well. Olaf can't do anything about that. He's got a very tall order as he gives away his position as well, and Fallen makes it to CT spawn as he flashes Olaf Meister. And the easy frag for Fur. Good lord, Fallen. They justify that pick, but he has at least got intel that A-Ramp's clear for now. Not sure about Palace, but we have got to push towards that area once again. Rain holds the connector. He did save armor from the previous round.
Looming inside of the smoke, though, is Rain. If they go for the boost and Olaf spots this, he's going to push through. He could find both. Go now! He doesn't. I thought with the flash he'd go, but Taco kills Fur. Bit of a panic spray as he gets blinded up, makes up for it by getting Guardian, but then goes down to Rain, so it's still a trade in favor of Faze. I thought Rain was going to go on that boost. Just walk out,
Nico.
take both. This is big as well. His patience pays off. He gets bolts.
4 on 2. Might be a few more twists and turns yet. It's up to Cold Zero and Fallen. 2 of the biggest names on the server right now. Rain gives up his frag. No need for that. Hold the bomb sites. One by one, they'll pick you off. Against one of the world's best here. Meister takes a pop shot towards short. 40 seconds remain. Still plenty of time here for Fallen to work out the best port of call. Meister has to give it to CZ. Presumably had no bullets left in it. Goes back to the Silence USP. Easy shot. That's disappointing from NiKo. Had the AK as well. Cold Zero is tagged up towards CPL, but makes the shot. Matt, it's all unraveled. It's up to Carragher with the scout. He'll come in from short, or is that underpass?
Oh, that is short. Footstep made. Cold knows he's there, and Cold puts him down 16-8. They double up on Faze in map 3. They will play on Saturday. They have made it into the arena and into the playoffs. Tantalizing prospect, Virtus Pro.